What's up? Was our newest member of the household. So we just finished up some cardio. We're about to whip up some breakfast, and you will see my staple. So that'll be the wrap up for my morning routine here on prep. So say hello to my little fiend. And I usually do 3 poses that I'll send to my coach. So, first one's a front pose. We do second side pose. We'll do back. Now you do back LY. Another side. We'll come back, hit another front. And we'll send those off to my coach. So let's see, these are. So I'll just crop these. So yeah, you gotta do it first thing in the morning. When you're dehydrated and dry, you don't have any water, go to the bathroom, weigh yourself. Progress pictures. Then I'm gonna drink some water. Test my blood glucose. Then take my fat burners, drink some water, do some cardio, come back, eat some breakfast. That'll be the morning. Alright. And here are all the fat burners. So we have yohimbine, thyroid supplement, 3,000 grams, right, 3,000 milligrams of l-tyrosine, and then some yohimbine. And then we have caffeine, other fat burners, and then amino acids, glutamine. First, we gotta check the blood glucose. I fucking hate these, but getting better. Got my blood drawn yesterday, so I got my levels checked as well. I have the testosterone of a 85-year-old male. The average levels are like between 300 and like 1,000. And 300 is like the low end range. I was like 439 in the like off season, not like peak off season. I never got tested. So it was maybe a couple months after my show last year, which is still kind of low, but it's still in the range. But this time, since I've been dieting for 4 months and I've been over exercising, now my levels are at like 192, which is like super low. And I knew it too. I knew I was like plus minus like the 200 because I felt like dog shit. I had no energy. So it's good that I have a meter in my head. I thought I was going to be at 195, I was 192, so I was off by 3. Alright, so this thing's tricky. So you don't plug it in yet until you're bleeding. So you gotta charge this bitch up, prick your finger, wait for it to bleed. My favorite part. Fucking hate this. Alright, there you go. So we want a decent size. Sometimes it doesn't get super big. $78, which is low, so that's good. If you have high numbers, like over 100, be something to worry about. But since we're dieting, we've been low carb for the last 5-6 weeks. It'd be pretty rare that it would be this high. It would be high. So 78 mg per dl. This is on the 20th. That's 420 today. I'll show you the whole stack. Oh, I need I also chew like 5 black peppercorns. These are like thermogenics to make your body hot. This will also help you burn fat. It's supposed to be good for you too. I know Sadhguru, an Indian yogi, during one of his sadhanas, like yoga meditation practices, I did this, and you would actually soak these in honey overnight with neem leaves, and then the first thing in the morning you would eat that. So, which would taste better because these would be a little softer, plus you get the honey, but honey has sugar in it, which would be off the diet, so we are just raw dogging these things right now. Gotta love it. Alright, and then here. So we got the morning stack, yohimbine, l-tyrosine, thyroid supp, some ashwagandha, which is also in this, but this is just more. And that is the fat burner. And then in here we have, oh, what else do we have in here? Oh, we'll go to the kitchen and show you what's in this one. So for this, we want 18 ounces of water, some L-carnitine, put some electrolytes in there, sodium, magnesium, potassium. You should have this regardless to start your day. And then I do some Liposat IR by Evogen, Handy Rambod. This stuff's really good. You just need a little bit. I do like a third of a scoop. A full scoop has like 300 milligrams of caffeine, which is a ton. It also has black pepper, so if you open this up, it's like getting sprayed with mace in the face. You're like gonna be sneezing and coughing. But every time I take this, I can just feel my body tightening up. Like you can just feel it's burning fat. So I like taking that. And then I just bought this burner stack. So we got 100 milligrams of caffeine, which I was supposed to be taking anyways. We got some taurine, and then more l-tyrosine. This one only has like 250 milligrams of l-tyrosine. Usually want to have like 1,000 pre-workout and 1,000 pre-cardio. Then also has some other stuff in there for fat burning. So I'm like a week out, so I'm literally just trying whatever the hell we can to get this little bit of fat off. If I was like 4 or 6 weeks out, I wouldn't do all that, because then by the time I get to this point, my body's going to be adapted to everything, and it won't work. So what you want to do in the diet is just be as like natural, I guess, even with supplements, as possible to start until your body stops responding, and then add a little bit more in. Stop responding, add a little bit more in. So yeah, so you don't build up a tolerance. But I even do that with cardio. So when I first started cardio like 3-4 months ago, I was just like walking around the block, because I was like 195 pounds. I'm 175 right now, so 20 pounds lighter. So basically I had a like 20-pound like sandbag on my back. So it was much easier to burn calories then, because I weighed more. And they call it NEAT. I think it's like non-exercise activity something, but it's basically like the calories you burn just by like existing. And when you first start working out, your NEAT's like a lot higher, because you're heavier. It's more effort for your body to work. You're not in as good a shape. And then as you start dieting down, you start weighing less, you start getting in better shape, and then you're usually tired too, so you're not moving around as much because you're low energy. So your NEAT goes down. So before you would maybe burn, I don't know, let's say you burn like 2,000 to 3,000 calories just off your NEAT. Now, since you're in such good shape, you weigh less and you're not moving around as much. Maybe you only burn like 1,000. So that's why as you get in better shape and you lose more weight, it's not a linear scale to lose weight. It's like freaking exponent. Like the amount of work you have to put in from like to get from like 20% to like 12% body fat, it's like pretty much linear. And then from 12 to 8 is like more steep. And then from like 8 to 5%, it's just the effort is like 10x of what you did before. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm at that point where I just have to do literally everything possible. But yeah, we are, what's Thursday? So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're 11 days, no, we're 10 days out. We are 10 days out from the show, April 30th, next Sunday. So, I'm gonna throw these down the hatch. So you want to take your fat burners and caffeine like 20-30 minutes before you exercise, especially with a lot of water because you're dehydrated from overnight. But you want all this stuff to get in your bloodstream, so when you're doing your cardio, everything's full, so you have full advantage. So we'll drink this. By the time we get to the gym, we'll probably be 20-30 minutes. But right before I step on, the Stairmaster when I get out of the car, I'll have another shake with like 10 ounces of water, and that has some glutamine in there, and then the most important is amino acids. So you want the essential amino acids. So there's usually, you can get BCAAs, branch chain, and that'll have the big three, the leucine, valine, isolate. But you also want, I think there's like 8 or 9 of the essential amino acids. So you want that whole slew. So just make sure you look at the label and you figure out you want all the essentials. They're a little harder to find, but definitely worth it. So we're gonna let this kick in. I'm gonna change. We're gonna get the car, roll to the gym, and then do some cardio. So see you at Athletic Gym in Manila. That is you. Yeah, this will be the one thing I will not miss about prep. I like the routine. I like getting up early. I actually think doing 15 to 20 minutes of cardio is actually beneficial. Gets my brain stewing, but more than that, then I start overexerting. And then by the time I get home, I'm tired. I don't want to do any work. So I think if you're trying to optimize for actual work production, I think like doing this whole morning routine, waking up, caffeine, get some stims in, sunlight, and then 15-20 minutes of exercise be a pretty good way to start your day because everything's up and running. The only thing I probably would delay is the caffeine, because you kind of want that. You want to wake up naturally and get your body to kick in. So I'd probably wake up, get sunlight in, cardio, and then try to work for a couple hours until you kind of start slowing down, and then that's when you want to bump up the caffeine. That's what I'll probably try in May and June. Or I might just like sleep in, I don't know. I'm tired. I need like a month to do whatever the hell I want. Here's the gym right here. Alright, we'll do 45 on here. I usually don't start until my heart rate's above 120, so it's usually like 2 or 3 minutes. So we'll probably do like 48, 49 minutes, and then we'll head upstairs, do some vacuum training, and then do some planks to work our core, and then maybe 1 or 2 rounds of posing, and then go home and eat. That'll recap the morning. When the adrenaline wears off and the uppers and caffeine wear off and the motivation wears off, I have to resort to bodybuilding motivation videos on YouTube. These are the only things keeping me going during cardio for the morning and in the afternoon. I save them, I don't use them a lot. But this is the last measure. Without this would be pretty damn hard. So. The Spotify playlist is not working anymore. You gotta resort to this. The grind, baby. It's another day in paradise. We're gonna go upstairs, do some vacuums, do some planks, get the hell out of here. Alright, planks out of the way. We did 3 rounds, 30 seconds each. Came up here before that, we did vacuum training, 15-second holds. Bent over, did 5 rounds of that, then 3 rounds. Hands behind the head, standing up, which is more difficult, so your diaphragm's more stretched. And then now we're gonna finish off with some posing, dial that in, see if we can take the shirt off for 1 round, and then we'll wrap it up and get some food. right, so that was the day in the life of my morning routine. So we walked you through waking up, doing check-ins with my coach, getting the progress pictures here, and taking our upper stack. So all the fat burners we needed to take with the caffeine, l-tyrosine, yohimbine, all that good stuff. 20-30 minutes before cardio. Went over to athletic gym, Stairmaster for 45 minutes, put in an extra 3. I don't start my cardio clock until my heart rate's at 120. And then we went upstairs, did some vacuum training, did 3 rounds of planks, and then finished off with some posing. And now one of the best meals of the day is breakfast. So I got 180 grams of chicken breast, 1 whole egg, and 40 grams of oats. So, and then you're eating here artisan toast with 1 egg and 1/4 of a papaya. So we are waiting for SpaceX to launch this baby. But yeah, it's a good start to the day. It's 8:30 and I got up at like 5:30. So this was, really? It was 3 hours? It's a long ass morning routine. So yeah, 3 hours. But yeah, thanks for sticking around. We'll keep you guys posted, and 10 days out from the show, so we'll definitely have some more for that. So later. Peace.